Today is Tuesday, April 25th. John, I got stuck down the Coachella rabbit hole today.
How did you get stuck there?
I don't know. I was watching one of these vloggers' girlfriends. You know, I follow him, that guy, that skier dude, John Olson.
Oh, John. Yeah.
And
his model girlfriend's pretty tough on the eyes too, right?
Yeah, so I started following her on YouTube, and she's like, going to Coachella. And, of course, I started following her, and she's changing her outfits.
Next thing you know,
I'm at Coachella. You know, Palm Springs.
I mean, all due respect to those folks that are down there, but I mean, does anything scream less cool than you have to have like 6 outfits a day at something like that? I mean, most of the kids that were going there when these things started, whether it was Burning Man or South by Southwest, and I know you've been to these, Andrew, I haven't, but when most of those started, they were like Woodstock in a way. Kids would go there, and even adults, older adults and so forth that were somewhat hip would go there and basically probably be in the same clothes for 2 or 3 days, right?
No, seriously.
Now it's like, oh, you need your own little village, and you got to have security, and you got to have, charging stations for your iPhones and everything else. It just seems pretty fake to me.
I think
no offense to the people you're following.
I know. It's jive. But, hey, I was there, and then I saw, did you guys stop in Coachella on your plane this morning? I saw that picture.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
That's what reminded me of it, the picture you tweeted out.
Well, so I'm flying Jet Smarter, which is, a private jet, and it's more or less sharing rides on private jets. And if you want to know more about it, ping me and I'll tell you about it. But this isn't an ad for them. So
not yet.
I see this lady, not yet. I see this lady, and she's a thin, blonde woman. I see her at a distance.
Like Coachella.
And I think she's wearing a tiara.
And
I'm like, what the?
Did you stop in Palm Springs?
It's not some high school kid, and it's not, at least I don't think it's going to be, whatever, bachelorette party or whatever, whoever else wears tiaras.
On a Tuesday, Tuesday morning.
So,
Tuesday tiaras.
As she walks over to me, I see she's got this embellishment that looks a lot like a tiara that hangs on the front of her sunglasses.
Nice.
And on the one hand, I'm thinking, this is the craziest thing ever. And on the other, I'm thinking, now that is cool. Now, I wasn't so gauche as to ask her. Her name's Stacy Engman. We'll put a link in the broadcast, folks.
Okay.
And she's got a ton of Instagram followers, Andrew. She's got like 22,000 Instagram followers. She is a curator of various art projects and so forth around the globe. And she had the wildest jewelry. I mean, I have weird jewelry, Andrew. She had wild diamonds and crazy embellishments on her, everywhere. Everywhere you could have something, whether it's hanging off of her sunglasses or on her hands or around her wrists, she had crazy, cool diamonds and, weird designs that, she is the genius behind it. And
obviously, it's
I
working.
had a fun
and she's
ride
flying
with her.
You. It's
yeah,
she's flying with you. Well, that's cool. I want a pair of those. I want some bling for my glasses. I want a tiara. I want to start wearing a tiara, John.
Tell me it wouldn't drive you crazy if you had something hanging in front of your face all day, though, Andrew.
Yeah, but if I was
because it would drive me crazy.
But if I was at Coachella, it'd be fine. It would all make sense. But I'm not at Coachella.
Sure. No.
Speaking of Coachella.
But I agree. It would make sense. Yeah, that was interesting. And Stacy, she's at Art Basel or she's this or that or whatever. She's a funny and fun lady. I'll leave it there. But if anybody's looking for some artwork, check it out, folks. She's got a whole bunch of crazy artwork.
How about this rally today?
the rally, it's just crazy.
From hell.
Yesterday, it's from hell if you're short.
Yeah, exactly.
Yesterday, can you imagine all the guys that were saying, oh, this is a fade. Every time the market's up 200, it's a fade. Yeah? Well, now you're chasing it up another 250 today.
Ouch.
Because yesterday was relief rally for France and Germany, risk on. Today it's all of a sudden Caterpillar, Goldman Sachs driving the Dow, and then you've got, Trump saying, hey, I've got my tax proposal. I think I've got the votes, and I'm going to take corporate tax rates to 15%. And if they actually get close to that, Andrew, this thing is just getting started.
Well, hopefully it doesn't beat down too much on my gold that I own. I know I bought more.
Well, gold took the hit for the reason we both talked about yesterday because of the elections in France. And now today it's kind of like, well, Barrick and some other folks have had negative comments about it. And that's the craziest thing. I mean, they're worse than the gold miners are worse than the crude oil producers because all of a sudden they say, oh, yeah, we're going to ramp up production and drive the price lower. They don't, of course, say the latter, but they say the former. We're going to ramp up production. What's that going to do to the price? We're going to ramp up production.
Yeah. That's all right.
Okay.
I can wait. Okay. It's just a portion of the portfolio. Everything else is doing fine.
Mm-hmm.
So, what else? I saw you on TV today talking about Starbucks.
Yeah, I was talking about Starbucks. There was some unusual activity in there. SBUX, they've got earnings this week, right? Which day is it? Is it Wednesday or Thursday this week, Andrew, that Starbucks earnings are due? I'll check while we're talking.
They're Thursday.
So Thursday after the bell?
That's a great question. I think.
Yep, Thursday after the bell. Andrew's right. April 27th after the bell. So these guys stepped in and bought a ton of the next week expiration, the May calls. So not this week, but next week expiration, 60 calls and sold the 62s against it, which is, of course, just a $2 spread. But you could more than double your money if this thing makes a pop to or through 62. So learn about options before you trade them, folks. We're not telling you what to do with your money, but, obviously it's better than break even right here, and they double their money if the stock pops $1, which is pretty good risk reward.
I have no opinion on Starbucks other than I go there every once in a blue moon. I'm not a fan of the most of the coffees that they have because it tastes burnt to me. I'm not the first one to say it, but I agree they taste burnt. And then I was walking in the store the other day. They got some unicorn drink now. Did you see that?
Yeah.
What the hell?
I did. I was tweeting it last week.
Oh, was that you? Because I walked in the store.
It got some.
What the hell is it?
It's some sort of unicorn frappuccino or something. I mean, or it's like some ice drink. I don't think it's got any coffee. I think it's just like Starbucks sells a heck of a lot that has nothing to do with coffee. And in the summertime, people love their sweet drinks, and again, that's great. But I like the addictive substance they sell. To me, that makes a lot of sense.
They should have just called it the Coachella. The Coachella coffee.
The Coachella? Yeah. We're going to sell Coachella.
Coachella coffee. It sparkles. It blings. What else you got?
What else? Let's see. May 135 puts in McDonald's. They're selling those hard today on that good earnings report, and McDonald's making a nice move to the upside. Somebody's banging out the 135 puts with the stock at 141.
7 points.
PANW, which is Palo Alto Networks, they're buying calls at the June 120 strike, a lot of them, so worth noting. And, Andrew and I will be updating on Investitude's site as well as putting out some tweets for other stuff we see throughout the week.
Okay. And did you do an Express Scripts trade, ESRX?
I did. Yep. This is one of those where it's not heat seeker related. So this is when John puts on his, risk on hat, and it doesn't always work out, but Express Scripts has a deal with Anthem Health, that is apparently breaking apart. And for that reason, stock, which normally trades a little over 4 million shares, is trading almost 30 million today. And it's down 12%. And as anybody that has watched me on television or heard Andrew and I discussing here, when we make oversized moves like this, I like to be on the other side. So what am I doing? I'm selling puts. I'm betting that it doesn't continue the sell-off. Now, it might, but what will I do? I was selling the 59 puts, so they're right at the money puts, which obligates me to buy the stock at 59, but I'm collecting a big fat premium for it, much bigger premium, of course, than yesterday, because the stock's down 12% today. So we'll see. I did it last week in IBM. Worked out great. Cashed in a whole bunch of those. This is what Warren Buffett does, folks. Warren Buffett is a put seller. Any insurance company is a put seller. Because what you're doing is you're selling a life insurance policy saying, if I have enough people buying these things, you're not all going to die at the same time. And if you do, it's the end of the world. I'm not going to have to pay. So in the case of puts, selling puts on stocks, I'm obligating myself to buy at a lower price, and this is after the stock has made a 12% correction. And I kind of like the odds.
This stock's at 59 and change, like 59.15, 59.12. You sold the 59s or below that?
59 puts, yep. And I sold below that, too.
Okay, you're right at the money.
So I get to basically keep the dough if we stay above the strike price of the put. So we'll see how that works out. And you know, if we go down a little further, I guess I'd sell calls against it. But you know, right now I'm happy with the position.
That's like a cliff. All right, we'll save more for tomorrow.
All right. Remember, folks, tell your friends about the podcast. Thank you for all of us that tweeted us and reminded us to get one up on the podcast today. And you can subscribe through YouTube or iTunes.